Chargers. Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. He finds his man. It's Charlie Kohler. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Well, Parker, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1. A lot more to go. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
Eckler going to get it again on second down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. And he fires one that's intercepted. Good made by Terrell Bernard. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. A good pickup there, 13-yard. third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on third down. Clinton. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. This is taken at the 18. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And their opening drive, that ended with the interception. Fortunate, though, it didn't lead to points.
It didn't lead to points, and because they kind of got away with one, maybe you come back and throw something similar again to show that you're not afraid, that you're not going to back down, and take your shot. Let the defense know that you're going to be there all game long. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
On first down, Justin Herbert. He'll get this to Eckler. And some space here. Oh, a heck of a move. They'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
On first down, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Offense is moving it a little bit, how to back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Herbert now. Over the middle, complete. It's Stewart. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in coverage. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
He lets it fly for Lockett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Clinton. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the first down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Chargers 3, Seahawks 0.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. An excellent run of 22 yards on the keeper and also a first down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Well, another completion there, and what a big moment in a young quarterback's life, that first NFL start. And Charles, obviously they wanted to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in his first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw. Clinton. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On 2nd and a couple. Herbert looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That's into the hands of Eckler. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw again on second down. Herbert. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On third down, here's Eckler. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are still in search of their first points in the ball game, but only down 6-0 as they begin with a first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough?
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. DK Metcalf, 69 yards. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Charger drive about to get going. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Still 9 remaining on second down. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And he'll find Everett there, complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Now Herbert. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got a touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. That could be an important swing right there. Touchdown in the final minute of the half to take the lead.
And I like the point you just made there. Could be an important swing because now that they have the lead, if they can carry that into the locker room at the half, they'll feel really good about what they accomplished in the first 2 quarters.
And he is not going to make it to the goal line. So the defense holds, and this remains a 5-point game.
Evan McPherson is set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30. He's at the 40, the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Seahawks.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. But Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The final shot before the break for Herbert. Williams brings it in. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up second down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Finding space at the 40. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks. Harris running straight ahead. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
Now, that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
2nd and 6. He completes this to Walker. He finds some open field here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Off the play fake, Clinton. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Looking to throw. Clinton. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead down to a single point. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick 6, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
Looking to throw on second down. Clinton. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target in the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Operating from the gun, Clinton. He rifles one that's intercepted. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. That's good for a gain of 6, second and goal.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Eckler. Touchdown, Chargers. Just power of football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in after report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So once again, the Charger offense is going to line up to go for 2 here. Pass incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. To throw again. Clinton flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. Off play action. Clinton dancing to his left. His throw incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. The Seahawks send out their punter as he's on to kick it away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. From the 24, Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. A throw left side to start the drive is complete. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for Lockett, and he's got him, working his way free across the middle. 10 yards and a Seattle 1st down. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Barry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think...
And this is caught inside the 5. It's a big play there for Seattle. 52 yards. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hitting this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain. keep going at him. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
I know they didn't get it, but I kind of like the call. 2nd and inches going to the quarterback sneak. Normally that should be executed better, shouldn't it?
I'm going to disagree with you. I don't like the call.
You don't like that?
That's just because they didn't get it, though. Hindsight's 20/20.
20/20 and never defeated.
The ball placed just outside of the end zone as they come up again on another 3rd and goal. Left side complete to Lockett. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett. Excellent work there to get in on the touchdown run. And the Seahawks have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. Got his man. It's Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. Big hook up there. Forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Now he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Second and 4. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on 3rd down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. Once more, here's Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It'll go as a gain of 12, and that should just about wrap this one up. An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Eckler now between the tackles. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Flush to his right. Catch is made by Metcalf. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. And that one results in 35 yards.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's back to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted. Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Chargers are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the